All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get started here just a little early. And we're going to start, if you are able, please stand for the playing of the national anthem. All right, folks, we're going to get started right at 5 o'clock here. But first off, I'd like to introduce BLM Wyoming State Director Andrew Archuleta, just for a few remarks.
All right, thank you everyone for coming out. It is really great to see the turnout. We are excited to have this auction for the Bureau of Land Management Wild Horse and Burro program. Really thank you for your support. It's been a great week out here. I want to thank the Manto family. Steve and his family have been working with wild horses and burros for almost 25 years. They do an incredible job. They've been doing displays, having the horses here all week. It's been a long week for them, but just an incredible job. If you would, just give them a big hand right now. We have some beautiful animals here today for you to look at and for you to bid on. We're really excited about it. Before we get started here, I want to thank the city of Cheyenne just for setting us up here in this great space. You know, it's a little more open than we had over on the other side, and it's just been a great opportunity to show some great horses. There's been some excellent trainers by the Mantle family, and if you've been able to come out this week and see some of the work that they're doing with the horses, just incredible to see. You know, the wild horses are just an iconic symbol of the American West, and what a better fitting way to close out Cheyenne Frontier Days here. Real quick, I want to say big thanks to all the BLM employees. They have been here all week, keeping things going, making things run. Again, just a big hand for the BLM employees, if you don't mind. Thank you. And then I want to thank our auctioneer, Jeff Ketchum. He volunteers his time to do this for us. It's just great to have him out and have a professional do the auction for us. And then I'm going to close out here so we can get on with business and get on with the auction. Again, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. But before we get started, I want to introduce Lizanne Fear. She's going to just say a few words about what she's up to. She's been working with BLM Wild Horse and Burro program as well.
Hey guys, my name is Lizanne Fear, and I'm currently riding my horses 5,000 miles across the country from the state of Delaware all the way to California. We're currently in Colorado Springs, and I'm on all previously wild Mustangs. And I have to say, these are some of the most hardy, trustworthy horses that are out there. I've been through some epic things on the trail so far, and I just can't say enough good about these horses. And the Americans that I travel with, most nights I'm door knocking every night. And these are your American heritage. We wouldn't have this great, big, beautiful country without these horses and without their labor that they put towards that. And, you know, it's really cool to bring these horses directly to people's backyards, but also to show them how kind they are and how just, I can't say how incredible these Mustangs are. And one thing that's beautiful about owning a Mustang is it's about the story and it's about the journey. And I'm so excited for you guys today to embark and start on that journey. And thanks to the Mantles, they've given you a good head start on that, building that trust and partnership with your horses. So anyone who's out here to adopt today, these are Wyoming Mustangs. I have several, and they're some of the hardiest, most best animals ever. I rode them right through DC, right through Maryland. I mean, downtown city streets. These horses are capable of so much, whatever direction you guys want to take them. So to anyone who adopts a Mustang today, you're going to walk out of here with a living legend. So I can't wait to see what these horses go for and where they go to. So everyone have a great auction.
All right, thank you. All right, folks, without further ado, bidders, make sure you get those cards up high. I'll turn you over to Jeff. Here we go.
Hey folks, I want to say a few things about the Wild Horse and Burro program, just so everyone's clear on what they're doing today. So these wild horses and burros are still roaming on public lands in our 10 western states. They're still in the same areas they roamed in when the Wild Horse and Burro Act was enacted in 1971. The Act directed the Bureau of Land Management to maintain these public lands and the wild horses and burros that run them. We are overpopulated. If we did nothing to manage our herds, we would double in population numbers every 4 years and triple every 6 years. So it's imperative that we do things to manage the numbers. We currently do a geld to stud ratio on some of the herd management areas. We're giving a contraceptive to mares in some areas, and we also gather off a certain number of horses each year and offer them up to the public for adoption, just like we're doing today. For the last 24 years, the Bureau of Land Management Wyoming has contracted with Mantle Wild Horse Training and Adoption Facility to care for 200 head. They adopt around 103 animals average every year. That's a lot of gentling and training. All the ones they adopt are gentled and halter and or saddle trained. They usually spend a good month gentling the horse. It just makes it easier on everyone, and then go to saddle training after that. At this event, we have 5 yearlings. The yearlings have had an average of 30 to 45 days of gentling and halter training. The adopter should be able to catch the animal, lead the animal, load in a trailer, unload, brush the horse, pick up all 4 feet, should be able to lead and handle the horse. We have 10 saddle-started Greenbroke horse. Their age is 2 to 5. They're adult horses. They've had around 60 days of training. They've had the month-long gentling, they've had halter training, and then they've had 15 to 20 rides. So it's imperative that these horses maintain their training when you get home. Steve just mentioned a few minutes ago that the best thing to do is take them home. This has been a stressful week on them. Take them home, start over from ground one, start over like they're untouched, start over like they haven't been rode. And you'll be just amazed at how well it goes. But take them home, give them a few days, and then start over with them. This has been a stressful week. They've had people all around them. They've been in little pens. We've had air shows every day or big planes flying over. They might be a little bit skittish today. They've never seen a crowd this big, and we usually have some loud motorcycles and some noise from the street. So it might affect them a little bit today. The Mantles have done an excellent job gentling these horses. The Wyoming horses are unique. They're thought to have more draft influence in them, so it's usually a bigger, stouter horse. They're usually sought after for that. There's a lot of police and border patrol units that really like the bigger horse, and they come to Wyoming and they want these Wyoming horses for their needs. All of these animals are up to date on all vaccinations and dewormings. They all come with a negative Coggins. If you're taking these animals out of state, we have a veterinarian here who's going to write a health certificate for you. We also have a brand inspection on these animals. So these animals were gathered, prepped in a BLM facility, then sent to a training environment and brought here. We recommend that you quarantine these animals when you get home. So don't take them straight home and put them with your $50,000 barrel horse. Quarantine them like you would any new horse. You can quarantine from 14 to 30 days, but make sure you quarantine them. Everyone that's adopting has filled out an application, said you're at least 18 years of age and have a proper corral to put the animals in. Once the animal is used to you and you can handle the animal and you're comfortable with it, you can put it in your pasture. And the last 2 things are kind of the big things. The adopter will sign a private maintenance and care agreement with the federal government today. and they're going to say that they're going to take care of this animal. We'll come out, do a compliance check in the first 12 months, for 6 months, make sure you still have the animal, it's not being mistreated. And then you'll receive an application for title in the mail. You'll need to have a veterinarian sign off on it saying they've seen the animal in good care, mail it in to us, and then we'll mail you a title. You cannot sell or give these animals away until you have your title in hand. It's like a car title. And that should come straight to your mailing address 12 months from now. So it should be titled July of 2023. Folks, if you have any questions, please let us know. And now we'll get started with Scarlet. Scarlet is a 3-year-old saddle-started pinto from the Green Mountain Herd Management area. She has around 60 days of gentling groundwork with 20 to 30 saddle rides. So someone, whenever they get home, let her have a few days, and then you need to continue her training every single week. Her herd management area is known to have brown bay and Teviano pinto geldings. They're known to be very athletic. They're a favorite among extreme Mustang makeover trainers. She'll go in any direction.
All righty, very good. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce a couple people here. Crystal Cowan, all the way from Oklahoma. She's with the Oklahoma Field Office. And then Cowboy, 307 Cowboy Country, donated these buildings all week for the auction here, and we appreciate that. Let's give them a big hand. Appreciate that. And Bryce, I think you're one of our ringmen. Bryce owns 307 Country. Where are you at, Bryce? Oh, there he is, right there. All righty. I want to introduce my ringmen before we get started because they're a pretty important part of this. DJ, where are you at? Raise your hands, guys, so the audience can see where you're at. Peter, where are you at? Peter's right here, over here. Okay, Mike? Mike's right over there. Greg? Where's Greg at? Where? Oh, over the chair. Okay, very good. Kayla, she's going to do the phone bids. We got, I don't know, 5 or 6 phone bids that will be taken. Where's Kayla at? Oh, there you are. There's Kayla. Okay. And then again, Bryce, he's right there next to Kayla. So make sure you tell, it's so far over there, I'm not sure I can see your bidder number. So make sure you tell the ringman or whoever takes your bid, your number. And we'd like to know where you're from. So tell that ringman where you're from and make sure you tell him what your number is so we get it right here. All right. Anything else, ladies and gentlemen? Okay. Anyway, welcome this afternoon. Beautiful afternoon. Got a little bit of sunshine, which is no problem. My philosophy in auctioneering is bid early, bid often. Okay? Remember that. Bid early, bid often. Okay, I guess we're on Scarlet. And right out here, this nice little pinto mare. All right, how about a $1,000 bid? Would have bid $1,000, I'd take a $1,000 bid. Would you bid 1,000? I need 1,000, would you bid 1,000, would you bid 1,000? Are you bidding, ma'am? You're just pulling your hair? Okay. All right, 1,000. Take 1,000? All right, 500. I'll go down to 500. Would you bid 500? Would you take 500? I'll go 500. All right, the minimum bid's 125. I can't go below that. So let's start 200. 2, would you bid 2? Would you bid 2? I need 200. Would you go 2? Would you bid 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 200? 200. Would you go 2? Would you go 2? Anywhere 200. 200. So I got 2? 200. Now 3. Would you bid 3? I got 2. Now 3. Now 4. Would you bid 4? Would you bid 4? I need 4. Would you bid 4? Would you go 4? I got 3. 3.5. I'll take 3.5. That'll help you. 3.5. 3.5. Would you go 3.5? Would you bid 3.5? 3.5. Now 400. 4. Would you bid 4? 4. Would you bid 4? 400. Now 5. 5. Sir, would you go 5 right there? Would you bid 500 one time? Would you bid 5? Would you bid 5? I need 500. Oh, 500. Would you bid 500? Would you bid 500? Would you bid 5? 4, 7, 500. 500. Now 550. 550. 550. 600. Would you bid 6? Would you go 6? Go 600, would you go 600? Over there, would you go 600? Over there, 600, would you go 600? Would you bid 600? 600, would you go 600? 600, would you go 6? Would you go 6? 600? 5.5, one time. 5.5, would you go 550? 500, now 600, sir. 600, now 650. 650, 650, would you go 650? 650, come on, she's got way more training than that. 650, let's go, 650. 650, man, would you go 650? Now 700. 700 one time. Would you bid 7? 7, now 7.5. 7.5, would you go 7.5? 7.5, anybody else? 7.5? 800. 800. Would you bid 8? Now 8.5. 850, would you go 850? Now 850, 850, 850 now. 850, 850. 8.5, 8.5. You come this far, 8.5. How about 8.25? 8.25, one time. You come this far, 8.25. Would you go 8.25? Would you go 8.25? 8.25, 25. Gotta know, gotta go. 8.25. Sold out. 800 right there. Number 3. Number 23. And where are you from? Cheyenne. Our first horse, Cheyenne. All right.
Thank you. So if anyone needs to house these horses and go home and get a trailer, you're welcome. The horses may be taken back to the Mantle Training Facility in Wheatland. You'll have 2 weeks to come and pick up the horse. If you need hauling, the Mantles will haul the animal up to 400 miles from Wheatland. If not, they'll keep it for 2 weeks and you can arrange hauling or let them know when you'll come and pick up the animal. The next in the arena, we'll have a 1-year-old brown halter-started filly from the Lost Creek herd management area. She's had around 30 to 45 days of gentling and halter training. When she was gathered, she measured at 13.2 hands tall. Horses from the Lost Creek herd management area are known to be super gentle, friendly, and curious. Lost Creek is part of the Red Desert complex that you can see right along I-80. So this is a really nice looking filly. She's really gentle and has a good start to her. She's halter trained.
All right, on the little buckskin yearling right here. All right, I'll start 200. 2, would you bid 2? I need 200. Would you go 200? We got any 2, 2. Would you bid 2? Would you bid 2? Would you bid 2? Would you bid 200? I need 200. I need 200. Would you bid 200? Now just think about it. They've been here 10 days. Listen to all that traffic out there, the Thunderbirds, the rain that come the other day, and everybody that's touching them and stuff. That just gentles them down right now. They got a great start here. So, well worth the money here. 200. Would you bid 2? Would you bid 2? I need 200. Would you bid 2 on the buckskin? 2. Would you bid 2? I need 2. Would you bid 2? 200. Would you go 200? Would you bid 2? Would you bid 2? Would you bid 2? All right, 125. That's the minimum. I got 125. Now 150. 150, sir. 150. 2. Would you bid 2 back there? Would you bid 2? Now 2.5. 2.5. Would you bid 2.5? 2.5, sir. Would you go 2.5? 2.5 under the tree. 2.5. Would you bid 2.5? Would you bid 2.5? 2.5. 225, one time. 2.5, 225. Now 2.5, sir. 2.5 back there. 2.5 now. 300, 300, 300, 300. 275, just for you. 275. Would you go 275? 275. You come this far. 275. Look at that buckskin. Look at the amount of time that's been put into that buckskin. 275. 275. 275. Got to know. Got to go. 275. Sold out. 250. Right back there. Number 21. And where's he from? Cheyenne. All right. Thank you, sir.
I did the whole time.
Oh, I didn't hear you. All right. Sorry, sir. The ringman said he thought he had the bid. I didn't see him at all. We're at 250 over here. Would you go 275? Now 300. Now 3.5. 400. 4, would you bid 4? 400. Now 425. 450. 450. 450. 475. 500. 5, would you bid 5? Would you bid 5? Would you go 5? 5, would you go 5? Come this far. Would you go 5? Would you go 5? Would you bid 5, sir? 5, one time. Gotta know, gotta go. Sold out, 475. Ma'am, what's your number? 37 from?
Carpenter.
Carpenter, Wyoming. Woohoo! Thanks for coming. All right, start.
The next horse is my absolute favorite here. This is Sammy. She's a 3-year-old saddle-started sorrel mare from the 15-mile herd management area. The 15-mile herd management area was the first gather that was recorded. It was first gathered in 1938. She has around 60 days of gentling and groundwork. She has 20 to 30 rides. She last measured at 14.2 hands. A lot of these wild horses will grow until they're 5 to 7 years of age. Sammy is cute, guys. She's got a cute hip. She's got a cute little face on her, a cute little head. She likes to be scratched. She wants to be someone's buddy. She'll move out nicely. She's curious. Someone just needs to take her home and work with her every single week. Just continue her training. Check out her nice hip. Check out that cute head.
All right, on the 3-year-old sorrel mare. I see a lot of young people here, and I'll tell you, this is the best investment you can make for your children right here. You buy one of these and give them that responsibility of feeding them and showing them and all that, and you're going to be on the right track there. All right, on the sorrel. 200. 2, would you bid 2? Would you bid 200? Would you go 2? I got 2. 2.5. 2.5. Now 250. 250. Now 300. Now 300. 300. Now 350. 350. 400. 354. Would you bid 4? I need 4. You're out right there. 4. Would you bid 4? Over here. 4.5. 4.5, sir. Or 450. Now 500. 500, man. Would you go 5? 5. Would you go 5 one time? 500. Now 5.5. 5.5. 5.5 over here. Is there 5.5? I need 5.5. 5.5 now 600. I got 5.5 over here. 600 now 6.5. 6.5. 6.5. Anybody? 6.5. I got 600 over here. 6.5 now 700. Would you bid 7? Would you go 7? Would you bid 7? 700. Would you bid 7? Would you go 7? Would you bid 7? 700. 700. 700. Now 750. 750. I need 7.5. 750. Would you go 750? 700. I'm with you right there. 750. 750, 750, how about 25? 725, would you go 725? 725, gotta know, gotta go. 725 one time, sold out. $700, number 36. 36 from? Cheyenne. Cheyenne strikes again, very good.
That's a heck of a deal. She's a great horse. She'll look good dragging a calf to a branding, just whatever you want to do with her. Up next is Applejack. Applejack is a 1-year-old halter-started bay filly from the Antelope Hills herd management area. Horses from the Antelope Hills HMA are usually very accepting of training. She was last measured at 14 1/2 tall. She's going to grow and be a good-sized horse. This is another horse that could go in any direction. Applejack was adopted last year by someone who is in the military. They took her to Colorado. She was an extremely friendly pet, and that person had the chance to go to overseas to England. So Applejack came back to the Mantle facility, and they've been working with her. But she's got a lot of potential. She's cute. She's got a nice hip on her. She's going to be a big size horse. Again, she measured 14 1/2 just the other day. Here you go.
All righty, and look at the blaze in her face. Look at the blaze in that colt's face. Man, that's going to make somebody a nice. How many? 200. All right, 200 now 2.5. 200. I need 250 now 3. Would you bid 3? I'm at 250 right here. Would you bid 3 now 4? Would you bid 4? 4, 4, 5. 500 now 6. 600. 600. 600. Now 7. Now 7. Would you bid 7? Would you bid 7 over there? 7. Would you bid 7 over there anywhere? 700. Would you go 700? Would you bid 700? 700. Got 6.5 right here. Now 7. Would you go 7 anywhere? 700. 700. Got 6.5 right here. 625. One time, if that'll help anybody. 625. 625. Got to know, got to go. 625. Yeah, I'm with you right here. 600. 625. Now 6.5. Now 7. Now 7. Would you go 7? I got 6.5 right here. 700. 675. One time. 675. Would you go 675? 675. 675. 675. 675. Got to know, got to go. Sold out. 650. 34 from Carpenter, Wyoming. Thank you very much. We appreciate it. Cheyenne. I'm sorry.
We don't want to make that mistake. Get it right.
I know that. I knew the girl who wrote that. And she was going to make some nice little filly. She was going to yeah. Oh, there you go. He said they're actually done.
Again, folks, if you adopt a horse today and it's not quite the size you want, these Wyoming horses and these wild horses continue growing until they're 5 to 7 years of age. The next horse we're going to have in the arena is Sicily. Sicily's got some chrome. She's pretty flashy. She's a 3-year-old, saddle-started, pretty pinto mare from the 15-mile herd management area. When she was gathered, she measured at 14 3/2. She has around 60 days of gentling and 20 to 30 rides. She would be a great ranch horse. She could just do whatever she wants. Whatever the adopter wanted to do will be great. Here you go.
Looky here, looky here. Look at this panel right here. All right, I'll take 300. 300, would you go 3? Would you bid 300 on the, come on the pin. 200, I'll take 2. 2, would you bid 2? I need 2, would you bid 2? Now 3, would you go 3? Would you go 3? Now 4, would you go 4? Now 5, would you go 5? Would you go 5? 500, now 6, you're out. 6, I need 600 over here, 600. Now 7, now 7, now 7, now 7, now 700, now 8, now would you bid 8? 7.5, I'll take 750, 750, 750. Now 800, 800, 875. Will that help you? 875 one time, 875 one time. You sure? 875. I got 8.5, 875. I'll take 875 from anybody else. 875, 875. Gotta know, gotta go. 875, 875. Sold out your way. 8.5. Number 21 from Cheyenne. All right.
Another thing about these wild horses is they're known for their sure-footedness. They have awesome feet, they're tough, they're out on the mountains, they're climbing. You'll save a lot of money on your horseshoes. You'll just need to have them trimmed or run a rasp over them yourself. But they're very sure-footed and known for their sure-footedness. They're very tough. We have Rose. She'll be our next one. Rose is a 2-year-old saddle-started sorrel filly, again from the 15-mile herd management area. She was measured at 14 hands. She's only 2 years old, so she's got a lot of room to grow. The adopter will be able to go in any direction, just as long as you're working with them every week.
All right, here comes Rose right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, what do you think here? Let's go 200. 2, would you bid 2? Would you bid 2? Would you bid 2? Now 3, would you bid 3? I got 2 right there. Would you bid 3? Would you bid 3? Would you bid 3? Anywhere? Would you bid 3? 2.5. Would 2.5 work? Would 2.5 work, Tony? I got 200 right here now. 2.5. 2.5. Would you go 2.5? 2.5. 2.5. 2.5. Back there. 2.5. Anywhere? 2.5. 2.5. I got 200 right here. 2.5. 2.5. Would you go 2.5? 2.5. Anywhere? 2.5. 225. 225. Now 2.5. Now 300. 300. 300. Now 350. Now 400. 4, would you bid 4? Would you bid 4? Would you go 4? 4, I got 350 right there. 400, sir, would you go 400? Now 4.5. 4.5, now 5. 5, would you go 5? Would you go 5? 500, would you go 5? Would you go 5? 500, would you go 500? 475 just for you. 475, would you go 475? Now 500. Now 6. Now 6. Now 625. 625, we go 625, would you go 625? 6.25, would you go 6.25 one time? 6.25, anybody else? 6.25, 6.25, gotta go. 6.25, 6.25, sold out right here, number 18 from Cheyenne strikes again.
Thank you all. After you win the bid, if you're finished bidding, please go over here to the window underneath the yellow tent, and we'll get your paperwork finalized and accept your money. We accept cash, check, or all major credit cards. The next horse in here is Esther. Esther is cute as a button. She's a yearling halter-started pinto from the Lost Creek herd management area. She measured at 12'3". She has a lot of room to grow. She's got a cute personality.
All right, on another funnel right here. 200, would you go 2? I need 200, would you bid 2? Would you bid 2? Would you bid 200? Now 3. 300, would you go 3? 2.5, I'll take 2.5, would you bid 2.5 anywhere? 2.5. 2.5, would you go 2.5? 2.5 right back there, 2.5 anywhere? 2.25, would you go 2.25? 2.25, I got 200 now, 2.25. 2.25. 2.25 now, 2.5. 250, I need 250, 250, 250. I need $250, $250, would you bid 250? Now 300. 300, 300, 300 now 4. Would you bid 4? Would you bid 4? 350, 375. I'll take 375 one time. 375, would you go 375? 375, 3.5, 3.5. Now 4. Now 4, would you go 4? 375, now 4. 375, 375, 375, anywhere over here? 375, would you go 375? 375, 400, 400. I need 4, would you bid 4? Would you bid 4? 400 right there, 400, 4.25, 425, 4.25. Now 4.25, 4.5, sir. 4.5, would you bid 450? 450 one time, would you go 450? 450, would you go 450? Would you go 450? Would you go 450? Got to go pretty soon here. Look at this panel right here, 4.5. 4.5, sir. 4.5. 4.5 one time. 4.5, 4.5. Gotta go, gotta go. Sold out. 425.
Number 5.
Number 5 is from Hillsdale. Hillsdale, Wyoming. Thank you from Hillsdale, Wyoming.
Thank you guys. Again, if you're finished, please head to the window underneath the tent. You'll beat the rush at the end. The next animal and the next horse coming in is Sweetheart. If you look at Sweetheart when she comes in, she has a heart under the right side of her neck, near her mane. She's a 2-year-old saddle-started pinto filly from the Antelope Hills herd management areas. She measured at 14.2 hands. She's only had 15 to 20 rides. So she has not had as many rides as the other horses. Again, she's been gentled. The Mantles are known for spending a lot of time gentling. They do a lot of groundwork. And this horse has 15 to 20 rides. She has a lot of potential, but she will need to go to an experienced rider.
All right. Here we go. Look at here. Look at here. Okay. I'll start 200. 200. This is a steal right here. 200. I got 2. Now 2.5. 250 would you bid? 250, 250, 250. Look at this pinto. 250. I got 200 right there. 2.5 would you bid? 2.5, 2.5, anywhere 2.5. 2.5, 2.5, 2.25. I'll go 2.25. 225 would you go? 225, 225. Come on, this is a steal. 200. Now 225. 225. Look at the amount of time and effort. All right, 2.5. 2.5, sir. 250. 250 now. 275. 275. You're going to get one yet. 275 would you bid? 275 would go 275 one time. 275 would you bid? 275. 275 now. 300 would you bid? 3 would you bid? 3 would you bid? 3 would you bid? 3. 300 now. 3.25. 3.25. 325 now. 350. 350 now. 375. 375 would you go 375 one time? 375 would you go 375? I think that's a yes. 375. 400. Got 400 right here. 425. 425 anywhere back here. 425, what are you going to need? 425. I'm at 400 right here. Sir, 425, got it. 4.5, 450. 450, would you go 450? 4.5, 450, would you go 450? 450. Now 500. Man, we got to go 500. 500, I got it. All right, 500. 5.5. 5.5, sir. 5.5. 525 just for you. 525, would you go 525? Would you go 525? 525, I need 525. I need 25, I got 20. You're in, ma'am. Ma'am, you're in. I need 525 from the guy behind you. You're in. You're in. You're bidding against yourself. Sir, 525. 525, would you go 525? Would you go 525? Anybody else 525? I need 525, 525. Gotta know, gotta go. Is that a yes? Sold out. $500.
Number 7.
Number 7, where are you from?
Milford.
Buford,
Wyoming.
Oh, Buford, Wyoming. I said Buford.
Guys, again, if you're thinking about hauling, and hauling might be an issue, if you live within 400 miles of Wheatland, the Mantles will deliver it as part of their contract. So if you live within 400 miles, the Mantles will deliver. If you live further, the horse can stay there for 2 weeks while you arrange hauling, or go home and get a trailer and come back. This next horse has got to be a crowd favorite. This is Curly Sue. She's a halter-started yearling filly from the Salt Wells herd management area. Salt Wells Creek. She's just adorable. She's a curly. So curlies are thought to be hyperallergenic. They're kind of like the poodles of the wild horses. She's got curly hair. So folks with horse allergies, a lot of times will adopt these horses. The Salt Wells Creek herd management area is also known for the draft influence. They're also thought to have a lot of Percheron draft influence. And this little filly will look great dragging a calf to the branding iron, roping, being a ranch horse, whatever the adopter wants to do with her. She has a lot of potential.
She sure does. I'll tell you what, look at here, look at here. All right, I'm Curly Sue. All right, 200. I need 2. Would you bid 2? I got 200 now. 3. 3. Would you bid 3? Would you bid 3 now? 4. Man, would you go 4 now? 5. Would you bid 5? 5. 5. 5 now. 6. 600. 600. 6. 550 just for you. 5.5. Would you go 5.5 one time? 5.5 now. 600. 600. Now 6.5. Now 7. Now 7. Would you bid 7? I got 6.5 right here. 7. Would you go 7? Got 7 right here. 7.5. 750. 800. I heard 800. 800. Now 8.5. 8.5. Let's get it over with. 8.5. Would you bid 8.5? 8.5. Anywhere 8.5. 8.5. Would you bid 8.5? Now 900. Would you bid 9? Would you bid 9? 900 now. 9.5 over there. 9.5. 9.5. Who's bidding? 9.5. 9.5. I got 900 over here. 925. I'll go 925 one time. 925. Would you bid 925? 925. 925. Would you go 925 one time? One time. 925. Anybody else? 925. 925. 925. Now 9.5. I'll have to get 9.5. I got 925 over there. 9.5. 9.5. 9.5. 9.5 one time. 925. All right, now 9.5, 950. Now 975. 975 over there. 975, would you go 975 one time? 975, don't let her go. All right, 975, $1,000. 1,000, would you bid 1,000? Would you bid 1? Would you bid 1? Would you bid 1,000? I need 1,000. You got 1,000? 1,000. Now 1,025. 1,025. 1,025, would you go 1,025? Would you go 1,025? 1,025, 1,025. I got $1,000 right here, DJ. Now 1,050, 1,050. Don't let her go. 1,050, 1,050. Now 1,075, 1,075, 75. Would you give it 75? 1,075. Would you go 75? Gotta know, gotta go. 1,075, 1,100, 1,100. Now 1,125, 1,125. 1,125. I need 1,125. Would you bid 25? Would you bid 25? I need 1125, 1125, 1125, now 1150. Sir, now 1175, 1175. You come all this way. Don't let this one go. 1175, 1175. Gotta know, gotta go. 1175. I think it's no way, Jose. 1175. Anybody else? 1175. Sold out $1,150. So that's our top horse. What number? 28, Casper, Wyoming. Thanks for coming all the way down to share the sale.
Thank you, guys. So normally I do satellite adoption events with untrained horses, and I will tell you that the Wyoming horses are really sought after, and especially the curlies. So that's a great deal. So Apache is a 2-year-old saddle-started bay gelding, again from the 15-mile herd management area. This is a popular herd management area. He has around 60 days of gentling, and this is one of only 2 geldings that we have here today. 60 days of gentling and halter training with 20 to 30 saddle rides. This horse is only 2 years old, and he still has a lot of room to go, a lot of room to grow. A nice hip, a cute face. He's just ready to go wherever the adopter wants to take him.
All right, on the gelding, Apache right here, 200. I'll take 200. Now 200. Now 3. Would you bid 3? I need 300. I got 2. Would you bid 3? Now 4. Now 400. 400 back there. 400. Now 5. I need 5. Now 6. Now 6. Now 600. Rice, you're out. I need 600. Now 7. 700. Would you bid 7? Would you bid 7? Would you bid 7? Now 8. Now 800. 800 over here. 8 now 9. Would you bid 9? 9. Would you bid 9? 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 8.5. 8.5. 8.5. Now 9. Now 9. Would you bid 9? Would you bid 9? Sir, you're out. 9. 900. I think, is she in? 900. 900. 9 1/4. 925. Now 950. 950. Would you go 950 now? 975. 975 one time. 975. 975. $1,000. I'll take $1,000. I got 1,000. 1,025. 1,025. Would you go 125? 1,025. Would you bid 1,025? Now 1,050. 1,050. You come this far. 1,050. Now 75. 75. 1175. 1175. Now 1,200. Would you bid 12? Would you bid 12? Would you bid 12? Would you bid 12? 12. Now 1,225. Anybody else? 1,225. 1,225, sir? 1,225. Got to know, got to go. 1,225. He says, no way, Jose. Anybody else? 1,225. 1,225. I need 1,225. You're in at 1,200, ma'am. 1,225. Now 12.5. You're out. 12.5. 1,300. Now 14. 1,400. 1,400. We bid 14. How about 1325? 1325 one time. Would you go 1325? Now 1350, sir. 1350. Now 75. 1375. You sure? 1375. 1375. 1375. Now 1400, sir. 1425. 1425. 1425. Now 1450. Now 1475. 1475 over here. 1475 over here. 1475 over here. 1475. 1450 right here. 1475. Anybody else? Anybody else? Gotta know, gotta go. 1475. Sold out. 1450. This gentleman right here in sunglasses. Number 30. Where are you from?
Iowa.
Iowa. What town?
Spencer.
Spencer, Iowa. Thank you, sir.
Iowa.
Awesome, congratulations. That's been a crowd favorite all week long. If you're finished bidding, again, anyone who's finished bidding, feel free to go to the window underneath the yellow tent and finish up your paperwork, and we'll accept your adoption fee. In just a few moments, we'll... In the arena, we have Payton, a 3-year-old saddle-started Pinto mare from the 15-mile herd management area. This horse is just as cute as it can be. It's got some black in the mane, black tail, just adorable. It's had 60 days of gentling and groundwork, 20 to 30 saddle rides. This HMA is known for having the best of the best studs and just being really a good herd management area to get a horse out of. This horse, like the others, has a lot of possibilities and go in whichever direction you want to go. 3-year-old saddle-started Pinto from 15 miles.
All right, how about old Payton here? Let's go 200. 200, would you bid 2? Would you bid 2? I need 200. 200, would you bid 2?
Yep.
Now 2.5. 2.5, I got 200 right there. 2.5, would you bid 2.5 anywhere? 2.5 in here. 2.5, I got 200, would you go? 225, I'll take 225. Now 250. 250, I got 2.5. 250, now 275. 275, now 300. 3, would you bid 3? 3, 3.5. 3.5 back there, would you bid 3.5? 350, would you go 350? 350, now 375. 375, now 400, would you bid 4? Would you bid 4? Would you bid 400? I need 4, would you bid 400? Now 425. 425, would you go 425? 425, anybody else? 425, now 450. 450, you're out. 425 right here. 450, would you go 450? 450, now it's 475. 475, sir. 500. 500, now 600. 600, 5.5, 525. I'll take 525, 525. Now 550, 550, 550, 550 back there, 550. Now 75, sir. 75, 575. Ma'am, 575, 575. Now 600, 600. Now 6.5, 6.5. 6.5 back there, 6.5. You got 6.5 over there? 6.5. 6.5. Now 7. Now 7. Now 7. Now 7. Ma'am, 700, would you bid 7? Would you bid 7? I need 700, would you go 700? Would you bid 700? 700, 6.5, 700 back there, 6.5 over here.
Come on, do it. Do it.
Do it one time.
Do it.
They're having a meeting. I'll give you a couple minutes for the meeting time.
You can do it.
675,
That's cheap.
675.
We're definitely on your
One
side.
time, 6, there we go. Now 700, 700. I need 700. 700, 700, now 725. 725 would be 725, would you go 725, 725, 725, would you go 725 one time, 725, I'm at 700 over here, way over here. Now 725, now 7.5, 7.5. Sir, you in the orange shirt, are you in? All right, 775, 775, 775, 800. 800, would you go 8? 800, would you bid 8? 800, I need 800, would you bid 800, would you go 800? Now 8.25, 825. I need 825, 825, will you bid 825? 8.5, ma'am. 8.5, please, one time. 8.5, 8.5. Now 875. Now 9. Now 900. 9, would you bid 9? Go 9. Anybody else? 900. I don't want to miss anybody. 900, 900, 900. Raise your hand high. 900. I got 875. Ma'am, 900 one time. Is that a yes? 900 now. 925. Would you go 925? 925. Would you bid 925? 925. 925. 925. 925. Got to know. Got to go. 925. Sold out. $900. Number 10. Where's she from? Minnesota. Thanks for coming all the way to Cheyenne, Wyoming. Appreciate that.
So the weather's changing. We have a big crowd and we have a microphone and really loud. So it's a lot for these animals to walk in this arena. And they've had a long week, 8 days of this. I'm sure they're tired, but they've done an excellent job. They're really gentle. They really have a good start to them. In the arena now, we have Strawberry. She's a halter-started rose gray filly from the Adobe Town herd management area. She measured at 13 hands. She's had around 45 days of gentling and groundwork. She's good as she can be. She just needs a good home with good nutrition, and she will also grow. Again, you'll be able to catch her, pick up all 4 feet, brush her, load and unload.
All right, the little gray filly right here, 200. I need 200 people. 200 now, 200. 200 is that guy bidding right there? I got 200 right there, right? 200 now, 250. 250. I'll take 225. 225 would you go 225. 225 anywhere. 225 now, 250. Sir, you're out. 250 now, 75. 275 would you go bid 75. 300 would you bid 325 would you go 325. 325 one time. 325. 350. 375. 375. Got to know. 375 now. 400. 425 would you go 425. 425. Anybody else? 425. I need 425. $425. 425, now 450, now 500, sir, go 500, 475 just for you, now 500, sir, 500, 500 on the little gray, 500, would you bid 500, 500, you come this far, you come this 500, now 525, would you go 525, $525, would you bid 525, now 550, 550, 550, you got 525, 550 one time, 550 now, 575, sir, you're going to get one yet, 575, 575, we go 575, 575, anybody else, I don't want to miss anybody, 575, 575, now 600, clear over here, 600, 600, 600, sir, you in at 600? He's done, 600, I got 575, 600, anybody else, got to know, got to go, sold out your way, Bryce, 600, or 575. Tatum from New Mexico, what town?
How about cows?
Taos, New Mexico. What a beautiful little town there. Thanks for coming up here. Appreciate it. Taos, New Mexico. Give me a big hand.
25. It's nice to hear where all these horses are going. So thank you all for coming this far and for having an interest in supporting our program. In just a moment, we'll have Mandy in the arena. So Mandy is a 5-year-old saddle-started sorrel mare from the Salt Wells Creek herd management area. She measured at 14.1. These horses are a favorite with adopters. They're a favorite with trainers. After they're gentled, they really take well to training. So this mare just has a lot of different possibilities. The other day, Steve started tracking her with a mechanical calf. So if you're looking for a calf horse, if you're looking for a rope horse, or if you're looking for a ranch horse or cutting horse, this would be a great prospect. She appears to be cowy.
Yeah, the breakaway roping, that's getting to be a big deal. Could be a nice little breakaway roping horse there too as well. All right, on the sorrel right here. And 25, 200. I need 2. Would you bid 2? Would you bid 2? I need 2. Would you bid 2? 200. Would you go 2? Would you bid 2? Would you bid 200? Bid 200. Down 225. I got 200 right there. 25 now 50. 250. Would you go for 250? 250. Now 75. 75. 275. 275, 300, would you bid 3, would you bid 3, would you bid 3, to 325, would you bid 325, 325, 350, 50, 50, 350, would you go 350, 350, 75, 400, 400, sir, would you go 400, now 425, 425, now 450, 450, 475 over here, 475, would you go 475, I got 450 right there, 475, 475, 500, 525, man, would you go 525, 550, 550, 550 over there, 575, 575. You're at 600. DJ, you got to be at 600. You're there? All right, 600. 625, 625, 6.5, 6.5. Now 7. Now 7. 7. Now 725, 725, 750, 750. 775. 775 over there. 800. 800. Now 8 and a quarter. 8 and a quarter. Now 850. 8 and 50. 850. 850. Now 75. 75. 75. 900. I need 900. 900. I got 900. DJ, you got to be 925. 925. We go 925. Now 9.5. 9.5. 9.5. No way. 9.5. 9.5 over there. 975. DJ, 975. Now $1,000, sir. $1,000. Would you go 1,000? 1,000. 1,025. 1,025. 1,050. 1,050 over there. 1,050. Would you go 1,050? 1,050. Got to know. 1,050. You're out over here. Now 1,075. 1,075. 1,100. 1,100. I need 11. Would you bid 11? Would you bid 11? 1,100. I need 1,100. 1,100. Would you bid 1,100? Now 1,125. 1,125. Would you go 1,125? 1,125. 1,150 over here. 1,150. 1,150. Yes. Sir, are you bidding with your hand up here like that? Okay.
75.
75. 1,175. 1,200. And 12. Would you bid 12? Would you bid 12? Would you bid 12? I won't charge you for the rain. 1,200. Would you bid 12? Would you bid 12? Would you bid 1,200? 1,200. I got DJs right here. 1,200. 1,225. Anybody else here? 1,225. 12 and a half. 12 and a half. Back there, would you bid 12 and a half? Mike, 12 and a half. Would you go 12 and a half? 12 and a half. 12 and a half. 12.25. I got 12.25. DJ, your way. Sold out. 12.25. Number.
Fort Collins.
Fort Collins, Colorado. Let's give them a big hand. Thank you, Fort Collins, Colorado.
I just wanted to say thank you to Dayton Tillman. He was the young man on Mandy just now. He's been here all week long. He's been working the horses. He's been riding them. He's been cleaning the stalls. He's just been a great hand. Dayton Tillman of Mantle Wild Horses. So next is going to be a treat. This is Chip and Dale, 4926 and 4943. They're both from the Bullfrog herd management area in Nevada. They're both gentled. They're both halter trained. They both enjoy being scratched. Dale is a little bit more outgoing, but just in the last few days, Chip has started coming up to strangers and enjoying being scratched. So they'll do great as a companion animal, as someone who's just looking for an animal to put with another horse. Be great as a herd protector for cattle, sheep, or goats, just whatever you might need. They're as cute as they can be. I believe they're going to be auctioned at the same time, and then the bidder will get their choice.
Chip and Dale, I think I saw him in Las Vegas somewhere. I'm not sure. Anyway, this is what everybody's been waiting for. Chip and Dale right here. So we're going to sell choice. So if you want them both, you can have them both for the same price, but the high bidder is going to pick whichever one he wants, either Chip or Dale. Okay? And Steve, you'll have to distinguish who's Chip and who's Dale. Okay. All right, on Chip and Dale for the high bid here. All right, let's go 200. 2, would you bid 2? I need 2. Would you bid 2? Would you bid 2? 225. Would you bid 225? I got 200. Would you bid 200? Would 225? Would you bid 225? Would you bid 225? 225. Would you bid 225? 225. I need 225. Would you bid 225? 225 now 250. 250. I need 250. Thank you. 250. 250 now. 250 now 275. Now 300. 300. 300 now 350. Now 400. Would you bid 400, man? Would you go 400? 400. Would you go 400? 375 just for you. 375. Now 4. Now 4. Now 425. We'll go 425. Would you go to 425? 425. Would you go 425? 425. This is a steal. 425. 425. These 450, sir. 450. Now 475. 475. 475. 475. Your choice. Your choice, or you can take them both for the same price. Your choice. 475. 475. Now 500. 500, sir. Would you go 500? Now 525. Would you go 525? 525 back here anywhere? 525. 525. 525. 525. Ma'am, 525. 525. 525. 510. 525. 525. 5. Sold out. This gentleman right here, $500. Your choice, or you can take them both. You want them both? All right. Where are you from? West Wyoming. Take some both. Chip and Dale. That's a good plan there, sir. $1,000 for the pair. Where's your number, sir? 24.
Thank you all for sticking with us through the rain. We only have 2 horses left, and the next 2 are certainly favorites. We'll have Benjamin coming in the ring. Benjamin is a 2-year-old, saddle started, brown gelding from the Antelope Hills herd management area. He measured at 14.2 hands. He has the least amount of training so far. So he's been started, he's gentled. He's only had 15 to 20 rides, but he showed such promise that the Mantles wanted to go ahead and bring him to this event and offer him up to the public. So make sure you keep working with him when you get home. He has a lot of possibilities, can go any direction.
And we'll see how he does in the weather here. All right. They're coming. They just got to switch saddles here. It takes a little bit of time. You know, Cheyenne, it'll rain for about 5 minutes, and the next minute it'll be sunshine. So bear with us. Hang in there.
Folks, it's no trouble at all to leave these horses here tonight. If you'd like to come get them tomorrow, you can, but don't feel like you have to get them out of here tonight. We plan to leave everything up. You can load your horses out if you have a trailer tomorrow morning, but you do not have to load them out tonight. Again, if you need them to go to the Mantles for 2 weeks, that's a possibility, and they will deliver up to 400 miles.
That's pretty nice. One thing nice about being out here that the city let the Mantles use this place, you got a lot of room to load up and take out. Over at the park is kind of a cluster. I want to thank Karen for holding this umbrella. It's pretty nice up here. I'm sorry, DJ. All right. We'll see if old Benjamin's rein broke.
How tall is he?
14.2. He's only 2, so he's got a lot of growth potential here. 14.2, started really nice. Take him home and go with him. This is my favorite. I think everybody likes this little pony right here. Just a 2-year-old. All right. All right, on the last horse, I'm going to start at 300. 3, would you bid? 3, would you bid? 3, I need 3. Now 4, would you bid? 4, would you bid? 400. Now 5, would you go 500? Now 600, would you bid? 6. Now 7. 700, would you go 7? 700. 700. 6.5, I'll take 6.5. Now 7, man, would you go 7? Now 750. 750, would you bid? 750. 750, now 800. 800. 8.5. 8.5 back there. 8.5, now 9, would you bid? 9. 9. 950. 950, would you go 950 now? $1,000, 1,050, 1,050. Would you go 1,050, 1,050, 1,050 back there, 1,050. Now 1,100. Where am I at? 1,100, 1,100. Now 1,150, 1,150, 1,175, 1,175, 1,200, 1,200, 1,200. What do you got over there, Mike? 1,200, 1,200, 1,200 right there. 1,250, 1,250, 1,225. Just for you. 1,225. Now 1,250. Now 75. 1,275, would you go 1,275 one time? 1,275, 1,275, now 1,300. 13, would you bid 13? Would you bid 13? I'm at 1,275 with you, right, Bryce? 1,275, no, 13. 13, 1,350. 14, 1,400. Damn, 14, 1,375, one time, just for you. 1,470, all right, 1,400. 1425. 1425, would you bid 1425 anywhere? 1425. 1425, come this far. 1425, 1425. Now 1450. 1,500. 1,500. 1,500. Now 1,550. 1,550.
Are you here?
Okay, 1,500, 1,550, right there. 1,550. 50, this is the best one. This is the best of the bunch right there. 15, 16. Now 16 and a half. 1625, would you bid 1625? Would you bid 1625? 1625, would you bid 1625? But 1600 right here, I need 1625. DJ, 1625. 1625. Hurry up, we got to get out of here. 1625, would you go 1625? I'm going to get electrocuted. 1625, 1625. 1625, ma'am. 1625. You sure? 1625? Now 1650. Now 1675. 1675. 1675 one time. Would you go 1675? 1675, 1675, 1675. 1675. Gotta know, gotta go here pretty soon. 1675. 1675. Hey, if you bet 1675, I bet I can get 1700.
One more.
All right, now 1700. I told you. 1700. Thank you, ma'am. 1700. Now 1725. Would you go 1725? 1725. Ma'am, thank you for bidding. I appreciate that. 1700. 1725 in the world. 1725. 1725. Gotta know, gotta go. Last horse. 1725. Sold out. $1,700 to this lady right here. Number 2 from Cheyenne, Wyoming strikes again. Thank you so much. Oh, we got one more. I'm sorry. Don't move.
Folks, we have one more horse to adopt out today. If you did not adopt today and you're still kind of wanting to adopt, Wyoming offers 26 different adoptions each year. So in addition to Mantles, there's the Honor Farm just right down the road where the prison gentles and trains these horses. There's also 2 different public off-range pastures in Wyoming. Either one of those will have adoptions as well. So check out our website at blm.gov/Wild Horse and Burro Program for that schedule, and please try to make it to another event. This is our last horse. I keep wanting to call her Millie the filly, but she's actually 5 years old. So Millie is a beautiful, stout, saddle-started Palomino mare from the Salt Wells Creek herd management area. She measured at 14.1. She has a good 60 days of gentling groundwork with 20 to 30 rides. The Salt Wells horses are known to take the training very well. Earlier I heard one of the Mantles say that this horse is ready for a job. Like, take her home, give her a few days and start working with her and she'll be working a job for you in no time. Here's Millie.
All right, Millie, look at that Palomino. They're hard to find nowadays. Look at this one right here. What a beauty. Boy, she's solid as a rock right here. This Millie right here. All right, let's start 300 on Millie. 3, would you bid 3? I need 300. Would you go 300 now 4? 400, would you go 4? I go 300 with you. 300 now 4. 300 now 4. 300 now 4. 3.5. 3.5. 325. Go 325. 325 now 3.5. 3.5 now 4. Now 4. Now 425. I'm here. 425. 450. 475. 500. 500 over here. DJ, I need 500. I need 500. Would you bid 5? Would you go 500? Would you bid 500 now? 525. 550. I need 550. DJ, 550. 550. Would you go 550? Would you go 550? Would you go 550? 550. 550. 525 one time. Would you go 525? Now 550. Now 550. Now 575. 575. 575. 600. 600. I'm at 575 here. 600. 600. 600. Now 625. 650. 650. 650. Ma'am, 650. I'm at 625 right here. I need 650 from this young lady. 650, now 75. 75. Now 700. 700. 725. 725. 7.5. 7.5. Anybody else? 7.5. 7.5. 7.5. Huh? 14.1. 14.1. She's got a 750, ma'am. 7.5. Now 775. Now 800. 800, 8.25, 8.25, 850, 850, now 9. Would you bid 850? Now 9, now 25, 925, now 950, 950, 950, $1,000, $1,000, 75, 975, $975, 975. You come this far, 975, another 25 bucks, 975, $1,000, ma'am, $1,000. Now you go. I got 1,000 over here. Take 1025. 1025, would you go 1025? I'm here at 1,000. I need 1025. She's in. Where's the new bidder? All right. 1025. 10.5. 10.5. 1075. 1075. 1075. 1075. 1100. 1100. 1100. Now 1125. 1125. 1125. 1125. 1150, 1150, 1150. Now 1200. Would you go 12? 1200. You're not going to find another Palomino like that. 1,200 bucks. 12. Would you bid 12? Would you bid 12? 1,200. 12. Oh, there you are. 1,200. 1,200. 12.25, ma'am. 12.25. 12 and a half. 12 and a half now. 12. I got 12.50 now. How about 12.75? 12.75. I need 12.75. 12.50. 75. 1,300. 13.25. 1,325. 1,325. 13.25. 13.25 back there. 13.25. Gotta know that. 13.25. 13 and a half. 13.50. 13.50. 13.50. You're not gonna find another one. 13.50. Now 13.75, sir. 13.75. 13.70. 1,400. 14. Now 14.25. 14.25. Don't leave you out. 14.25. 14.25. Would go 14.25. 14 and a half. 14.50 would go 14.50. 14.50. 14.50. Gotta know. Gotta go. Anybody else? 14.50. 14.50. 14.50. Gentleman over here on the phone. $1,425. Sold out. Cheyenne, number 22. Thank 14.50. Yes.
All for coming. Thank you for coming and supporting the Wild Horse and Burro program, and thank you to the Mantles.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure and an honor for me to do this auction. It's just a lot of fun, and I want to thank all the bidders today. You made the auction. Bidders make the auction. All right, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, before you go, if you are interested in adopting a wild horse, maybe you didn't get a chance to fill out that application, maybe you weren't a successful bidder, please don't forget, you can still come on over here to this yellow tent. You can pick up an application. I do believe they are good for 1 year. 1 year. So you need to pick up that application and get ready for that next adoption. Please do that before you leave here on Cheyenne Frontier Days. We appreciate everybody. As always, we will be around a little bit longer, answer any questions you might have. I do believe we'll be loading most of these horses out tomorrow, so if you're ready to take your horse, we will see you tomorrow. We might be able to work something out for you tonight if you're that ready, but this big old concert, Brooks and Dunn, might be kind of tough getting in here.